probably won't be able to see it, but these go right here. Alright, I got one extra. Where'd it go? There. Throw that in here. Never to be found again. Alright, I'm officially on the road. I had to make a quick stop there to get a couple of nuts, bolts I guess they are, wing bolts, that I lost a long time ago. It takes 4 of them. I was down to 1. It's a little additional security to keep the saddlebags on the rack. And of course Johnson's Hardware, which has every fastener known to mankind, had them. $6 a piece though. Jeez. $6.29 I think it was. Alright, so I'm rolling out of Maple Valley. I'm headed to Packwood. That's going to be my first stop. My ultimate stop point for the day is kind of unknown. That's one of the things that's making this year's trip different from last year's trip. Is last year I had the whole thing mapped out from start to finish, all 2.5 weeks, whatever it was. And this one I only have about the first 4 days mapped out. But the first stop today, this is another thing, is I don't have a hotel reservation. I'm planning on camping tonight. I could probably make it to the next stop, which is tomorrow's stop. I could probably do that today if I pushed it, but decided not to. Tomorrow's stop is Cascade Locks, which is on the Oregon-Washington. It's technically Oregon on the other side of the river. Columbia River is the Washington-Oregon border at that point. Cascade Locks is right there. But yeah, tonight, somewhere on the Washington BDR, I'm gonna camp. Whether it's I've isolated 3 campgrounds that are possibles. And if that doesn't work, I am ready and able to disperse camp or off-grid camp. Although it's my preference to be in a campground where there's maybe a toilet and maybe other people and water maybe. So we'll see how it goes. I got 108 miles to go to Packwood. I'm going to get lunch there and top off on my fuel and get a water bottle. Those are the 3 important things I have to remember. Alright, so early trip stress points. You know, I keep going through my head, my list. You know, at the last minute there, I almost forgot to bring contact lenses. I would have survived that. I would have just worn my glasses the whole time. It's not a horrible thing, but it's not optimal. Late last night, like midnight, just loading, unloading, reloading, deloading. I am about as fucking loaded as I can be. Both bags full of all 3 bags full to the brim. I've got 2 additional pieces of luggage that I did not have last year. which has made me a little bit more of a load. One is my emergency winch. That's what is on the back of my seat, which my backpack is resting on right now, which I'm not sure about. Might have to adjust that. That sucker's takes up a lot of space and it's heavy. Here's what the winch is. It just helps you. It helps you stand the bike back up when you got no one around to help you. So my tentative route, let me see if I can recite it from memory. Tonight, Gifford Pinchot Forest camping. Tomorrow night, and then tomorrow during the day, en route to Cascade Locks. It's going to be a short ride. I think it's less than 100 miles. But I might explore, depending on what it's like. I just don't have a good, solid vision of what the BDR is like. And I suppose I should tell you what the BDR is if you don't know. It stands for Backcountry Discovery Route. It's a non-profit organization. I think it was founded here in Seattle. And they create and maintain, for the most part, cross-state routes that are mostly off-road or dirt roads for motorcycles, and they create GPX, that's GPX as an X-ray, files that they give them to you, and you can load them into your Garmin or other device, and they maintain a list of trail closures and whatnot, and I don't know if they actually do any trail maintenance, probably not. But when I leave Packwood, I'm going to head due south on the Washington BDR southbound, section 1. So the BDRs are broken up into sections because most of them are, 300, 400, 500 miles long. The Washington BDR is, I believe, 6 sections, and they're numbered going north. So this section that I'm on is the southernmost section. But I don't have a real good sense of what that's going to be like. Is it just going to be dirt roads, or is it going to be harder single track? I doubt it's going to be harder single track, but I don't know, it might be. I've tried to look at some videos and haven't found much. Wow, I got a load on. Definitely feel that tail weight. Lean her down. There's a little story behind my schedule change. I was originally planning on going to Redmond, Oregon, and taking a 3.5-day class, motorcycle riding class for adventure riding, skills class, riding medium to big bikes in the dirt. And I was all signed up. I've been signed up for, I don't know, a couple of months. It wasn't cheap. It was almost $2,000. And it's it's taught by a name that I know from YouTube. And he called me, I don't know, last week, before the 4th, and advised that they had to cancel the class because they had a whole bunch of people cancel, and they don't have the attendance numbers up enough to make it viable. So I had to cancel. He was nice about it. He offered to get me into the Washington version of it, which is in like up near Plain or somewhere. Same place, same area where I went to Tour Tech last year. But it was a week later, so it would have been like the third week in July. And I was really had my heart set on this tour that I'm going to try to do today, and I was incorporating that training class into that plan. And I had actually made, I said actually, and I made 4 or 5 hotel reservations, you know, in and around this training class. And most of them were not cancelable. So I'm gonna eat 2 or 3 hotel nights, and 2 of them, like tomorrow night at Cascade Locks, I got a hotel that I originally had booked around this trip, and then the day after that in Redmond, one night there. But there was 2 or 3 others in there that I'm gonna take the hit on. But it is what it is. Yeah, I flew the drone from right there. Little train town. Little church right there. Ridge closed. Maybe I'll go pull up from this rest stop, which is probably 7 miles. Try to tighten those straps up to get that bag up off the tailpipe. Bag was making contact with it. Shade anywhere. A little pit stop here. Alright, had some lunch. At this place right there, Blue Spruce Saloon, is good. I had a mushroom, avocado, bacon burger. Mushroom, avocado, bacon burger. Alright, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little nervous about this next part. This will be the first time I ever rode on a route not created by me. First time ever riding on a BDR. It's post-holiday, so I think the traffic will be less than it would be on a weekend or through the holiday weekend. But I'm hoping for some nice, smooth dirt roads. 2 o'clock. As soon as I make the turn, I gotta plug my phone in. Is that it right there? No. So the mountain I was seeing over there, I looked on the map, that is indeed Rainier. Alright, National Forest 48, start of the BDR. Stop here real quick. Plug my phone in. Switch my mode to gravel. I'm not gonna play any music for a while until I feel good about this. There goes nothing. Tire pressure is not showing. No fireworks. I really want my tire pressure to show. I need to turn that on. I need another drink. All those in the internet world would say that I should probably lower my tire pressure. But I'm not going to. when I'm in the shadows, it is pretty hard to see the surface. I think because of my glasses. Well, Lola said to turn right there, and there's a big dirt pile blocking that road, and it doesn't look like it's a regular road, so I don't know what the fuck to do now. Lola's gonna want me to U-turn and go back there. Working hard, Transalp. Appreciate you. Stop here real quick. I'm just going to keep on going. I'm not anywhere near on the trail, on the route. Let me tip the camera up. I don't know if you can see that, but so the darker one here is the one I want to be on, but obviously it gave me a bad turn back there. It didn't exist, so I'm just going to keep on keeping on. See if I can work my way back. Maybe Lola will pull a rabbit out of her hat. Something magical. This road isn't bad though. This road is totally doable. Let's see what that looks like with no sunglasses. Which is better? Hard to say. Alright, I got no commentary for you. I just kind of have to wait and see how this plays out. Two looming issues. Do I want to change my glasses to clear lenses? And do I want to let air out of the tires? If I let air out of the tires, I mean, this is the kind of surface that a lower air pressure tire would definitely be good. And I'm currently rolling 35 and 42. My cold tire pressure is supposed to be 33 and 40, but you know those aren't hard numbers. Those are rough estimate numbers. Those are out of the Honda, the machine's owner's manual or shop manual. Still see the sleeping bag back there. I can still feel the luggage behind my back. I got 2 saddlebags, so let's see. Life is good. I got a full tank of gas. Stretch my back out a little bit by standing. Standing is not stunting. I'll definitely have to check my elevation here at some point. Air temperature is getting cooler. It's down to 83. Wow. Hopefully there's a break here somewhere. I gotta think about putting a drone up too. I've tried to make a commitment to droning every day since I bought this new drone. Did I tell you about my new drone? Yep, I replaced it with a Mini 4 Plus. No, Mini 4 Pro. Before that I had a Mini 2. Let's take a look here. Wow! Yeah, definitely gotta stop here. Okay, ran the drone up for a little Mount Rainier view, and let's see if what usually happens to me happens, which is I find a pretty decent view spot, I stop, dismount, put the drone all together, put it up, fuck around, do some other shit, put the shit all back together, put it all in the bags, get back on the bike, go, and then 5 minutes up the road there's an even better spot. Let's do it all over again. So we'll see if that happens. Now, my status at this point is I'd like to think I'm on the BDR. But according to my GPX, my program route, I'm not. But this seems like a pretty regularly traveled road here. Where's that go? That one seems like a less traveled road. Left. Fuck. What is that? There's some kind of sign or a gate or something up there. Yeah, and this one, yeah, that's a gate. And this one's far less traveled. Let's find a spot to turn around. This looks like a good spot right here. Stop here. Oh yeah, some serious. I see no option other than to continue. This is getting a little rougher. Ooh. Fuck. Do not like that. the line right there. Fucking air down tires would do good too right now. Damn. Oh. Doesn't even show him on a road. Okay, I'm going all the way back down to the bottom, and I'm going to start there and go in. See if that makes any difference. All right. Maybe I should get some gas while I'm back down there. Ah, fuck. I just can't. That fucking hill segment right there, man. Not feeling it. Worst comes to worst, I can go over there and get himself a room. We'll figure it out in the morning. What time is it? 3:30. Well, this makes a lot more sense. Gonna hit a lot of dust. Washboards. All right. Now I'm officially on the BDR. Gifford Pinchot National Forest. All right, that's a good sign. That's nice. Jordan Creek Trail 94. Chambers Lake 8, Wallop Lake 12. Problem is my destination distance, which currently reads 101 miles, is to Cascade Locks. And I'm not going that far, so I can't get a feel for, I gotta see what the elevation is here. 4,047 feet, since we're going back down. I guess we'll probably stop here to think about something for a minute. What does that sign say? Wow, look at that mountain. Wonder who that is. That be Rainier? Really kind of going south. I think that's not Baker. Adams. Alright, let's see what the sign says here. Randall 33. That must be Wallop Lake. Yep. Campground. Yep. And since it's 5 o'clock, let's look at the big picture here. That's the earliest campground. Two more campgrounds. 3 more campgrounds. 4 more campgrounds. Is it a regular road? Cody Horse Camp, Wallop Horse Camp. It's a paved road. Holy shit. This says in 1.2 miles I'm turning on NF56. I wonder if that's going to put us back on the dirt there, Transalp. Camp spot there. Ooh. This it? This the turn right? No, I don't think it was. 400 feet. Yep, back on the dirt. Feels like it just went in a circle. Now, user. Some camper folk. Absolutely no idea what that was. I'm gonna have to play that back slow motion when I get somewhere, because it was weird. I don't know, it was like a person with a bunch of strings, and then there were strings were tied to a pole, And the pole was tied to a rock on the ground, and the person was, I don't know what the fuck they were doing. If I get to camp early enough, I'm going to air the tires down for sure. Just got to get to that tool bag. And then I'm going to put that little freaking wrench that I need to do that in the tank bag. Especially from just coming off that nice tarmac, as Itchy Boots says. I think tarmac is a particular type of roadway surface. I think it's tar and stone. But I think she calls tarmac anything that's like pavement, cement, whatever, anything other than dirt and gravel. You know, like an actual constructed road is tarmac to Itchy Boots. Which is effectively descriptive in the context. Oh! 400 feet, I'm turning left. Let's just make sure. This I'm not sure about. So we didn't catch it. I passed on that first lake there, Holler Lake or whatever the hell it was. Potential campground. Because up ahead a little bit farther, there's 3 or 4 more potential campgrounds. And it is around 5 o'clock. So I have 4 hours of daylight left. We'll just see what happens. I can stop at any time, set up camp. I got food, water. Yeah, I could use an afternoon cup of coffee. If I see a Starbucks, man, I'm pulling in. 5 miles and turning. I hope we come to a place where it's clear where I can see that mountain. See it peeking through up there. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. Killian Creek, trail number 2, Tahela Lake, Horseshoe Lake 1. Alright, we're going to do Horseshoe Lake. Okay, I was wondering if it's a bear area. Carry bear spray. If you recreate in this area, go in groups. Okay, well I guess I am going to be hanging my food in a tree tonight. I just hope to have a picnic table. That's my biggest, most fundamental desire in a camp spot. I don't even need a fire ring. Live without fire ring because I'm probably going to be too tired to go out and freaking cut wood. I don't know. We'll see. What time is it? 5:25. It's pretty good timing actually. Yeah, well, I'm assuming that all these camping spaces are just first come, first serve. This one looks like it might be it. So, bench could use a little work. Got a fire ring, I want a fire. Splitting base, I want to split. Tent would go right there. Pull the bike in. Probably should have recorded it, but I strung a line up into the tree to hang my bear food bag. And if you can see that, hopefully that's high enough. And yeah, no bear boxes. Remember in Yellowstone, I don't know if you saw that video, they had these big metal boxes with food in, but they don't have that here. So dinner tonight is some real health food for me. It's 3 courses. I'm gonna have some pub style chicken pot pie and some chicken flavored ramen noodles and a little bit of tuna. Now these 2 things, of course, I have to cook separately because I only have 1 cooker. So here goes. Let's see, boil 2 cups of water. I can do that. Got a line right in this thing, 2 cups. There's my 2 gallons of water ready for me. Mosquitoes here are absolutely horrible. I've pretty much taken a bath in. There's more music that's going to get me in trouble. This stuff, which actually seems to be working, but I've used almost all of that little tiny bottle. Here it goes. Yeah, I can't believe I still have not seen a single person here. Which is, I guess, good. Alright, see I got the orange coming up the side there? That means she's boiling. It's not really, but it's close. Just to keep boiling it. See, all these little pieces of food here are going to be bear attractors. How's that been, 3 minutes? Well, as you saw, I arrived at the Horseshoe Lake Campground in the northwestern foothills of Mount Adams in the early evening hours. It wasn't a terrible day one of this trip. Most everything went well except for that little navigation issue at the start of the BDR. I also lost some video footage on a bad memory card, which was why the day sort of ended quickly. After I had dinner, it got dark pretty quick, and I called it a night because I was pretty tired. The next episode will start the following morning and take on a relatively short ride to Cascade Locks, Oregon. Please check back for that episode. Hey, thanks for watching.